coming into the season. Like,
Same.
hey, my thing was Portland's in purgatory. They're not good enough to really be a threat. They're not bad enough to, get a high lottery ammo for a rebuild. They've got all this money committed to Dame. They're just kind of stuck in the middle. And I'm just going to say this: I'm not going to sit here and tell you I think they're a team that's a threat to make a playoff run, but they're really damn fun to watch. They're sitting here undefeated. Dame is back to being Dame. Like the whole, like, how's he going to come back from injury? He's getting up there in the year. Like, nah, Dame's that dude still. Back-to-back 41-point games. I mean, he's blowing by guys off the dribble, knocking down clutch step backs. He's that dude. And, Anthony Simons went on a heater
22,
last night, boy.
22 in the third quarter.
He went on a heater last night. They went in, they got Jeremy Grant. They're going to play fast. They're going to play up tempo again. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I thought, watch out for Portland. I think they're a threat to end up near the top of the Western Conference. I don't, but I'm saying this: when you're flipping around League Pass late at night and Portland's playing, they're pretty damn fun to watch.
Yeah, man. I just caught the highlights this morning. As I was, just kind of going through the whole league, and my man. I know we're going to touch on Dallas at some point, but I remember you and I talking about sort of Luka sort of needing this co-star, and what I've come to just, I guess, notice this first week of the season is it's not necessarily like we get caught up with the word star, co-star. You ain't got to be a star. You know what I mean? As long as you have somebody that's complimentary, that's what you got in Anthony Simons right now. As long as you got somebody that's complimentary and it fits what you're doing and it fits with your superstar, that's what's going to sort of take you where you want to go. And, I don't want to get too caught up in the 4-0 record. I mean, but they are the only undefeated team in the NBA as of Tuesday. So,
but here's where I disagree. You said take you where you want to go. I think you can have regular season success. I just think without a legitimate co-star, there's always going to be a ceiling, and it's a below championship ceiling on your roster. And so that's what we're looking at with the Mavericks right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but what I'm saying is when we say co-star, we put too much emphasis on the word star. It's not necessarily.
I disagree.
Really?
Dude, but if you're talking about the highest ambitions of winning championships,
that should be the only ambition.
Okay, well then I disagree with you. The last team to win without multiple all-star, superstar players was ironically, the Dallas Mavericks in 2011. And obviously they had Jason Kidd, they had Shawn Marion, but these guys were post-prime, still really good players. But Jay Kidd wasn't a superstar. He was a brilliant floor general, a guy who knew how to play. Marion was a really smart, tough vet, but they were role players, with Dirk being the lone superstar. Since then, I mean, look at the teams that have won championships. They're all multiple star. And I mean, look, LeBron is the classic example. He never had that real legitimate co-star dude during his first stint in Cleveland. Goes to Miami, wins a couple championships, heads back to Cleveland. Kyrie is that guy. They're able to win a championship there. In LA, he needed to get Anthony Davis, that, another all NBA type of dude, to win a championship there. And we're not going to, that's all the Lakers talk we've got here, because we talk about the rest of the West and not LA. Ohm and Dave got plenty on their hands.
Yeah.
But
what about the Bucks? I mean, would you
hold on?
I mean, Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday aren't stars.
They're all stars. They're all-star caliber players.
Okay.
And Middleton is, I think both those guys
they're great players.
They're top. So they've got 3 top 25 players and 1 top, 1, 2, at worst 3. I mean, So that's what I think you have to have at least 2 guys. You got to have one guy who's right in the top 5 kind of conversation, easy. And then your second best player has to be somewhere in that 15-20 range, or 2 guys in the 20-25 range. And the Mavericks, the the search continues. It's easier said than done. They still owe a pick for Porzingis. You know, Christian Wood is not a co-star. I do think the Mavericks have he's been a really good fit in that 6-man role for them. But I tell you what, though, he is lighting the world on fire, and it's a great opportunity for him.
It is.
You know, a guy who he's put up, the league knows he can put up numbers. He's yet to prove he can contribute to a winning team. He has that opportunity.